Hi, this is Miss Bennett, and today we're going to look at the Smithsonian Museum's online exhibits. If you go to si.edu, you can find their website, and I'd like to focus on the exhibitions because it's not always so easy to get an entire class to take a trip down to Washington, D.C. It costs a lot of money, and sometimes it's just easier to stay in class and work through it that way. You won't lose much time from your lesson, and you also get a chance to get the students using technology that can help them in the future. So, in order to use the Smithsonian's website's search database, I clicked on History and Culture here, and then I clicked on Virtual because that would be the best option for looking through their online exhibits and walking tours. One of the really cool exhibits that I saw was Time and Navigation, the untold story of getting from here to there. And it's at the Air and Space Museum, which if you get the chance to go is really cool. And I thought this would be a really nice website because the students get the chance to actually see and travel through a 19th century sailing vessel, which you can't say that many people get the chance to do nowadays. So here's the website, and there's tons of multimedia. They include lesson plans, you can see artifacts and primary sources, and they also talk about longitude and latitude, which is great. And they also incorporate how navigating from the times of the early explorers has changed so much due to technology. So let's click on Navigating at Sea. I can find the walking tour of the ship, we'll look at that. If not, no big deal. They include lots of primary sources, like these pictures here. As well as some notable people like John Harrison, the War Club, the Marine Chronometer, and the Astrolabe, which we'll probably get to see a bit later. This is the chronometer. Timepieces are a pretty big deal. And as we scroll up, you can go and have students look at activities. And the site is normally pretty quick to load. But I think this is in Flash, so you'd have to make sure that whatever computer system or tablet or iPad that you're using is Flash capable. This is taking a bit of time, so we'll skip it and go through some of the other aspects of the website. So you see celestial navigation, which is where the astrolabe would come in. Sometimes they call it a horary quadrant, but that's a mouthful. And the astrolabe, see? And then navigation for everyone. And they have web videos, they have personal stories. You can look at satellite navigation in the global positioning system, or GPS. You can look at how they navigate in space. And then if you scroll down here, you can actually go to the National Space Museum's website. And here they have even more lesson plans and things that you can do. And it's really great because students get a chance to learn about science and social studies and English and geography and history all through one website, and it's really, really helpful, and it gets them engaged. So if you ever want to look for a good lesson plan, I highly recommend the Smithsonian, and thank you for watching.